So does anyone remember these chokers from like 5 years ago? They were so popular, and honestly, I have like an entire collection of them, and you know, I decided to take one out today to get me in the witchy wizard vibes of today's video. What do you guys think? Do I look like a witch? No? Maybe just a goth? That's pretty much it. Hey guys, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to the Board Game Garden. Today we are going to be doing another if you like this theme, here are 10 board games with that theme. And I've done this before with gardening games, but today we are going to be doing witch and wizard themes, which makes me very happy. This is kind of a theme that I am pretty often drawn towards, and games, a lot of these games are ones that I want to bring into my collection, so I'm very excited to talk about them. I have a few off to the side that I do already own, but a lot of these are ones that I've just seen out and about that I would love to own with this wizard and witch themes. So before we get into this video though, I do want to give a huge thank you to Jam City and Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery for sponsoring today's video. You guys can use the link in my description box to go and download Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery for free on your cell phone or your tablet. And you might want to keep on listening because I may or may not be doing a little sweepstakes and you might be able to win a board game. In Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, you can customize your own character, you can choose your house, and just live out magical moments as a student at Hogwarts, which is honestly like my dream. My favorite house is Ravenclaw, and I think that's just because I really value intelligence and I love solving problems and solving puzzles clearly as a board gamer. And also their common room is very cool, and I think it's really nice that you get to see more of the Ravenclaw common room because you don't typically get to see it in the movies. When you download the game using my link down in the description box, definitely let me know what house you choose and why. I would love to know. In the game, you can master new spells and potions to use in classes, as well as dueling other students and progressing throughout the story. Some of my favorite characters from the movies like Dumbledore and McGonagall and Snape, as well as Hagrid and the Weasley twins, Dobby, which I love Dobby so much, and even all of the magical creatures from the Fantastic Beasts films, which I will say I haven't seen any of them, but very, very cool, and I do really need to see those movies. There's also a large, diverse cast of original characters that you can meet, you can become friends or rivals with, and you can also date, which I think is so stinking cute. I would love, can't date Snape, but is that weird? And I was so excited to see the freedom that you have to create a character that looks exactly like you. I was actually playing this the other night and Francis came up to me and said that the character literally looked exactly like me, which I just love that you can do that. And they also have a bunch of different diverse hairstyles and outfits that you can unlock, and you can even decorate and customize your dorm room, which as someone that went to school for interior decorating, like that is something that is so much fun to me. But wait, that is not it. There is also Quidditch, which is so much fun. You can play anytime to unlock and learn new positions and work your way up to being captain and just progress through a really exciting and unique storyline. Okay, so that is everything for the game. I definitely recommend going and checking it out using the link down in the description box, but it is now time to move on to the sweepstakes, which I will be choosing one winner to win one of two different games, one being Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, which I've heard is a fantastic intro deck building game, or Harry Potter House Cup Competition, which is one that I honestly really want to add to our collection because it looks like so much fun. I will get into those when we get into the list of board games for this video, but the way to enter is very easy. All you have to do is download Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery using my link down in the description box. That is very important. Make sure it is my link that you are using. And then you also have to get to chapter 7 of year 1. take a screenshot of you getting to Chapter 7 Year 1 and send it to me over on my Instagram, which is at Jenna Rose Beasley. And I have decided that if we do get to 200 downloads of Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, I will throw in a second copy of one of those 2 games. So there will be 2 winners instead of 1, and I will be announcing the winner 1 month from today, which I believe is September 28th. I will be posting that over on my Instagram at Jenna Rose Beasley, and I will also post it on YouTube on the community tab, so that'll be your way to know if you won or not. And lastly, I do want to mention that the link down in the description box is a creator code, and whatever money that you spend in Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, if you choose to, does go back to support me and to the Board Game Garden. So if you do choose to do that and you have the means to, I would really appreciate it. But of course, if you do not, that is totally fine. I just appreciate you being here and supporting the content by watching. Honestly, that is enough, and I appreciate you guys for doing that. So thank you in advance to anyone that can support that way, and a huge thank you to Jam City and Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery again for sponsoring today's video. I appreciate it very much, but yes, without further ado, let's get into these 10 wizard/witch themed board games. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first 2 games that I want to talk about are the ones that I mentioned in the sweepstakes of this video, and that is Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle as well as Harry Potter House Cup Competition, which Harry Potter House Cup Competition, I haven't heard a ton of people talk about. I believe it came out in 2020, and basically it's a worker placement game, which I absolutely love, and you are playing as one of the 4 houses at Hogwarts, and that sounds so much fun to me. I haven't seen a ton of people talk about it, like I said, but it looks like a lot of fun. You are playing as 3 characters, and you're going out and doing different, not really quests, but different things throughout the castle to get your house as much points as possible, and it looks like so much fun. So it is definitely one that I would check out, and also one that myself am considering adding to the collection, because I do love Harry Potter. Honestly, not a ton of like the battling and stuff is not like something I love in Harry Potter, but I just love the whole like school aspect of Harry Potter and like the houses and different things like that. So it's definitely a board game that I would really want to try, and I feel like I would like a lot. So that is the first one, Harry Potter House Cup Competition. And the second one, like I mentioned before, is Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. This one is a little bit more talked about than the other Harry Potter board game, but this one is a good intro deck building game where you are building your deck as one of the Harry Potter characters, and then you're going out and defeating different people, I believe. There's like different scenarios that you can go through, and you're working, I believe, together with other characters in order to beat different scenarios with deck building. And then I believe there's also like variable player powers determined by what character you use in the scenarios. So it looks like a lot of fun. There are a ton of different expansions for Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle as well. And it is one that I saw at Value Village, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't pick it up because I believe it was like $20. And I thought that that was a little bit expensive for being at a thrift store, but I wish I picked it up because I think it would have been fun to have. Next game is going to be one that I have, and this is one that we recently got, and I've been really enjoying this game. This is Athenium Mystic Library. This is published by Renegade Game Studios, and it is such a fun game. I've only played it solo, but basically you are in a magical library, and all of the books that you put away, I believe the stories that you like automatically magically learn these things from these books as you put them away. And basically you are drafting cards kind of in the same style as Seven Wonders, where you have a hand of cards, you pick one and then put the others or give the others to the player beside you. And the card that you get has 3 different spots on it, one being the stuff that you get, and then there's 2 at the top that your people beside you get. But I have not actually played it that way yet because I've only played this solo, but the solo variant is very fun. It is just a fan-made variant by James that watches this channel. Huge shout out to James again. But the solo variant that he made that is on Board Game Geek, I almost said Board Game Bliss. Board Game Geek is very, very good. A lot of fun, and I've played this multiple times solo, and I'm very, very excited to get it to the table multiplayer. But you're using what you get on the cards to put different colored books into a bookshelf in order to gain points in different ways. There are like objective, public objective cards where you're trying to get certain books in certain places to gain those objectives to get points, and there's different things that you can get. You can like draw things out of a bag that get you more books or different things. And it is a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy it. It's a fun puzzle, and I definitely recommend going and checking it out. This is one that I feel doesn't get enough love, or it was kind of just skipped because I believe it was released back in 2020, so not too long ago. But yeah, go check it out if you're interested. Absolutely love Athenium Mystic Library. So the next game is one that I've heard a ton of good things about, and that is Res Arcana, which the cover just automatically draws me in. I love the look of it. Obviously the theme of like the wizards and witches draws me in as well. And also the little blurb that they have on Board Game Geek really brings me in too. It says, choose your mage, gather essences, craft unique artifacts, and use them to summon dragons, conquer places of power, and achieve victory, which sounds like so much fun. It is pretty much just mages dueling against each other, and it just sounds so good. Gathering essences and crafting artifacts, like, ooh, that sounds amazing to me. Anything where you're like brewing potions and using spells and stuff, oh, it just has me. I love it so, so much. So Res Arcana is definitely one that I want to look more into. I don't know a ton about the gameplay, like I said, but I know there is a lot of cards, hand management, open drafting, stuff like that. So yes, very excited to possibly try out Res Arcana in the future. So the next game is another one that I've heard a lot of good things about. A lot of people just say that this one is a lot of fun, which intrigues me, and that is Potion Explosion by Horrible Guild. This one has marbles, which really intrigues me, and the blurb on Board Game Geek is, take an ingredient marble from the dispenser and watch the others fall. If you connect marbles of the same color, they explode, and you can take them too. Complete your potions using marbles you collect and drink them to unleash the magical power. Remember though, that to win the Student of the Year award, being quick won't be enough. You'll also need to brew the most valuable potions in Potion Explosion. So this one has pattern recognition, set collection, obviously, with the different colors of marbles. Take that, which kind of scares me a little bit, but like I've said in past videos or recent videos, I do want to try to start getting into more Take That games. And then also variable setup, so it is different every single game with the marbles. So it looks like a lot of fun. I think it might be some sort of race because it says being quick won't be enough. So I don't know if you are racing to finish your potions or something, but you also are trying to take the time to make the best ones that will score you the most points. Not 100% sure, but it looks like a lot of fun, very different from anything else I've seen, and just like a good fun game, very lighthearted, very much like another game that I will talk about in a second, but just a fun one to play. I'm really, really wanting to try Potion Explosion eventually. So moving on to a game that I do have here physically. This is one that I've talked about quite a few times on the channel, so I will make it brief, but that is Alchemists by CGE, or Czech Games Edition, and this is a worker placement. I like to say it's technically not because it doesn't say it on Board Game Geek, but I say it's worker placement. Worker placement and deduction game, and you are a witch or a wizard combining different ingredients to make different potions, to deduce what ingredients you need to make certain potions, selling them to heroes, and displaying them in your school of witchcraft and wizardry, if you will. But yes, it's a very, very fun game. It's a little bit complicated and a little bit difficult to get to the table, but when we do get this to the table, I really, really enjoy it. And I'm hoping to kind of sit through a teach soon so that we are able to play this with our friends Tom and Asha. I think they would enjoy it as well. And we just need to get it to the table because it's a great game. So that is Alchemists. Next game is one that I do not have, but it is one that I really, really, really want. That is Septima. This is one that was on Kickstarter. I was very, very, very tempted to back it, but I held off, and now late pledges are available, so now I am even more tempted to still back it, but I'm trying to hold myself back until it comes out on retail. I can wait, Jenna. You can wait. But Septima is a game where you are witches building your own witch covens and trying to become the next Septima. So it looks like a very, very interesting game. A lot of different and unique mechanisms that I've never seen, where you are choosing one of your action cards, and if your action card is the same as someone else's action card, then your actions are better. So you're kind of wanting to like talk to other people and say like, hey, like, are you gonna use this action? Because like we could both you know, get some better actions going here. But also you want to try not to do it too much because you will gain the attention of the townsfolk and you might go on a witch trial. You are also collecting different resources to brew potions to then heal people. I believe that's like the main purpose of the game and how you get the most points and stuff, but it looks like a very, very fun game, and the art is absolutely stunning. The aesthetic of the game just really makes me want it just solely for that. Like the cards look like tarot cards. They're like beautiful, beautiful cards, the art, everything. Oh, I just want this game so bad. But that is Septima. Yes, probably the one that I want the most on this list, just saying. Moving on to another game that I do have physically with me. Most of you might know this one, but some of you may not. That is Quacks of Quedlinburg. This is a fantastic, fun game of push your luck where you are building a bag of ingredients and pulling those ingredients out to brew potions. And there are certain ingredients that if you get a certain amount of those, or if you pull a certain amount of those, out, your pot will explode. So you are pushing your luck in order to get as much into your pot without exploding with those certain white ingredients. I believe they're called cherry bombs. But yes, absolutely love Quacks of Quedlinburg. It has been in our collection for a very, very long time, and we really, really enjoy it. It's a very just like easygoing game. You can't really take it too seriously because it is push your luck, but yes, we really, really enjoy Quacks of Quedlinburg, and we do actually have the Alchemist expansion as well. There's also a second expansion called the Herb Witches, which we really want to get as well. Next up is actually the only roll and write or flip and write. I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be a roll and write. But it is the only one on this list, and that is Merchants of Magic, a Set-A-Watch Tale. This is by Rock Manor Games, and they are most known for Set-A-Watch, I believe. It is a solo game, which I actually should look into that because I've been enjoying solo games. But Merchants of Magic sounds absolutely amazing just by the little blurb that they have on Board Game Geek. Basically, you are the owner of a magic item shop and you are crafting items and researching spells to sell to the adventurers of the watch. That sounds fantastic to me. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds so much fun. It is a roll and write because it does say here that you are rolling dice and you are crafting items for your shop, and I really need to look into this one because it does sound like a lot of fun. Also, the pictures of like the sheets look absolutely beautiful. There's lots of colors on it. Ooh, it looks so good. You guys will see them as I'm talking about these games, but this is another one on the list, much like Septima, that I know I really, really want. So that is Merchants of Magic. And then the last one that I have physically with me here is one that we received not too long ago, and we're both very excited to try this one out. This is Wizards of Grimoire, and this is by Grimoire Games, and they reached out and sent this over to us to try out and review, and I'm very, very excited to try this one. It is a 2-player only game where you are dueling back and forth, basically. It is pretty much a duel in Harry Potter where they're like, you know, flicking spells at each other. Very, very excited to try this one out. The box is beautiful. Look at this stunning little box, and then it opens like this, and the art is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe not. Maybe so. But the art is beautiful. There's also art on the inside of the cover here. And it just sounds like a fun dueling 2-player game where you're just head-to-head against one other person and you're trying to kill each other. It sounds like a good time. I'm very, very excited to try this one out. Wizards of the Grimoire, definitely check it out. And I will definitely be doing a video on that one and telling you guys how it is. So, and then the last one is probably the one that I know the least about the gameplay, but I really, really love the art on this one and the overall theme, obviously the witchy wizard vibes, and that is Witchstone. I've heard a lot of people talk about how good this one is. I think there is something to do with making connections on like the map. The mechanics here are endgame bonuses, grid coverage, hexagon grid, network and route building, open drafting, as well as point-to-point movement and tile placement. Ooh, okay. So yes, this one looks really, really cool, the cover and the board. This one is one that I definitely need to look more into the gameplay, but it looks really, really cool. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it was co-designed by Reiner Knizia, which I know is a great designer. I think someone somewhere mentioned that it has a similar mechanic to Ingenious, which is like an abstract game, so I'm not 100% sure what that's about. Penny has come to join me down here. Hello, Penny. But yes, that is Witchstone, one that the theme just automatically grabbed me, and it is one that I definitely need to look more into and possibly try in the future. Okay, friends, so that is going to be everything for this video. Penny has joined me for the outro, but yeah, definitely go check out Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery down in the description box. Go and download it, play a little bit, and enter the giveaway for either a copy of Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle or Harry Potter House Cup competition. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you've yet to do so, and comment down below what your house is. Mine is Ravenclaw, like I said before. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile, and I will see you in the next board game video. Bye, friends. Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. I love you.